Hey everyone. Today's video might just be the most important one you ever watch. Because this is not just a motivational speech. It's not just another life advice video. It's not a bunch of hacks or tricks. Today, I am going to talk about something so powerful, so rare, and so misunderstood that it has quietly destroyed more dreams than failure ever has. And if you learn to master it, if you truly understand this one quality, you will become unstoppable. You will find peace in chaos. You will reach goals others gave up on. You will achieve success that seems impossible. And that one quality is patience. We live in a world that celebrates speed, fast money, fast relationships, fast fame, fast success. We've become addicted to right now. And if something doesn't happen in 24 hours, we feel like we're losing. But here's the truth nobody told you. The greatest lives were not built in a week. They were built slowly, silently, and painfully, over time, with unstoppable patience. Patience is not weakness. It is self-mastery. It is emotional control. It is long-term power. Every successful person you admire, every peaceful person you secretly envy, every wise person who seems unshakable, they all have one thing in common. They've mastered the art of patience. So today, I will take you deep into this forgotten superpower. I will show you what patience really is, how it changes your brain, why it is the secret weapon of the rich, the successful, the powerful, and how to build it, step by step, starting today. This is not theory. This is not philosophy. This is real. This is raw. And this might just be the thing that changes your life forever. This video won't just change your mindset. It will also improve your English, sentence by sentence. So if you want to grow your life and your language together, make sure you subscribe. So take a deep breath, slow down, and get ready to transform. Part 1. The Silent Killer. How impatience is destroying your life. Let's begin with truth. You don't need more motivation. You don't need another shortcut. You don't even need more time. What's truly killing your progress is something quieter, more dangerous. It's impatience. You start something and quit after 3 days. You try a new habit, but get bored after 1 week. You want to learn a skill, but when results don't come fast, you walk away. This is how impatience slowly poisons your future. Let me give you a simple but brutal example. Imagine 2 people start going to the gym. Both are overweight. Both feel uncomfortable. Both want to change. One of them says, "I'm not seeing results. I've been coming for 2 weeks." The other says, "I'll come here for 2 years and let my body surprise me." Guess who transforms? Not the one who worked harder, but the one who waited longer. Because transformation doesn't belong to the fast. It belongs to the patient. Impatience makes you give up before the reward. It forces you to switch paths, jump to new things, start again from zero. It's like planting a seed and digging it up every day to check if it's growing. And then you blame life for not giving you results. The truth is, life was ready to reward you. You just weren't ready to wait. You want your business to succeed in 1 month. You want your partner to understand you in 1 week. You want your body to change in 5 days. You want your English fluency to come in 3 videos. And when it doesn't, you say it's not working. But it was working. You just never stayed long enough to see it. Impatience is not just a weakness. It's a destroyer. It destroys focus. It destroys relationships. It destroys growth. And worst of all, It destroys your belief in yourself. Because every time you give up early, you train your brain to say, I can't do hard things. But here's the secret. You don't need to be fast. You don't need to be gifted. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be patient enough to finish. And that alone will put you ahead of 98% of the world. Part 2. What is patience really? Most people think patience means sitting around, doing nothing, and waiting forever. Wrong. Patience is not inaction. Patience is control. It's the control to hold your fire when others explode. It's the control to stay focused when others jump around. It's the control to wait until the time is right, not until you feel like quitting. Patience is emotional intelligence in motion. Imagine you're in a business negotiation. The person across the table is rushing. They want answers. They're pressuring you to decide now. If you're impatient, you'll speak fast. You'll agree too early. You'll miss something. But if you're patient, you pause. You stay silent. You wait 3 seconds longer than they're comfortable with. And guess what? They start revealing more. They lose power. Because now you are in control. Patience is the weapon of warriors. It's quiet. It's strong. It's strategic. It's the ability to say, I will not react emotionally. I will not chase. I will not force. I will not rush. I will wait with purpose. True patience is power disguised as peace. Part 3. Why the most powerful people are the most patient. Think about the people who built empires. Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Steve Jobs, Oprah Winfrey, Jeff Bezos. These people didn't get rich overnight. Warren Buffett started investing as a child. He waited decades, not months, to build wealth. He once said, "The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient." Elon Musk took years of failure before Tesla worked. He slept on factory floors. He didn't quit. He waited. Jeff Bezos lost money for 20 years before Amazon became profitable. That's not luck. That's not magic. That's extreme patience. And now they have power because they earned it. Slowly. The world thinks they're geniuses. But the truth is, they were just willing to wait longer than you. Long-term thinking is the ultimate advantage because everyone else wants everything now. If you can resist the urge to rush, if you can play the long game, if you can trust the process for years, you will become untouchable. Part 4. The science behind patience. Training your brain. Let's go inside your mind. Why are you impatient? Because your brain is wired for dopamine. It wants quick rewards, fast satisfaction, instant feedback. Every time you check your phone, every time you open Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, your brain gets a hit of dopamine. This makes it harder to wait, harder to sit still, harder to be patient. But here's the powerful news. Patience is a trainable skill. You can literally reprogram your brain to become patient. Here's how. The delay trick. Start small. Delay tiny pleasures. Wait 2 minutes before eating. Wait 10 minutes before replying to a message. Wait 1 hour before watching a video. Every delay is a push-up for your brain. Watch the urge. When you feel impatience rise, just watch it without acting. Say to yourself, I feel the urge to quit, but I don't have to act on it. This separates emotion from action, which is the secret to power, meditation and stillness. Sit still for 5 minutes a day. No phone, no music, no talking. Just sit and breathe. You are literally teaching your brain to be okay with silence. This is how monks become emotionally unshakable. This is how you develop mental strength in stillness. Celebrate slowness. Next time something takes long, Don't get angry. Celebrate it. Say, "This is my training." Train your brain to enjoy the delay. Because the longer you wait, the stronger you become. Part 5. How to become patient in a world that's fast. We live in a world where you can scroll past 100 people in 5 minutes. Where food comes in 10 minutes, money can come in one click, and validation is measured in likes. So if you want to build real patience, you must go against the system. You must learn how to stay calm, stay focused, and stay long-term. In a world that's built to distract you. Step 1. The 2-minute rule. Train your impulse control. Let me start with something very simple, very small, but unbelievably powerful. It's called the 2-minute rule. Whenever you feel an urge to act out of emotion, pause for 2 minutes. Sounds too simple? Let me show you the science behind it. Your brain has 2 parts: the emotional brain, limbic system, the thinking brain, prefrontal cortex. When you feel impatient, angry, frustrated, bored, your emotional brain takes control. And this part of your brain always wants to act now. But here's the secret. That emotional surge only lasts about 90 seconds. If you can delay your reaction, even for just 2 minutes, that emotion starts to fade. And your thinking brain takes control again. That's where real decisions come from. That's where wisdom lives. That's where power lives. Let's say someone insults you. You're waiting for a text that doesn't come. You're tempted to quit a project. You're losing patience with your child, partner, or boss. You feel like checking your phone for the 100th time. Pause. Breathe. Wait 2 minutes. You are not punishing yourself. You are training your nervous system to say, "I don't have to act immediately just because I feel something." This 2-minute pause is a weapon because you are interrupting the chain reaction. You're saying, "Yes, I feel the emotion, but I am not controlled by it." This is how patience begins, not with silence, but with space between feeling and action. The more often you do this, the more powerful you become. I once met a man who ran a large company. During a very intense meeting, someone disrespected him in front of the entire board. Everyone expected him to explode. But he didn't say a word. He paused. He slowly took a sip of water. He waited. Then, after 2 minutes, he spoke with calm, clarity, and power. He didn't lose control. He controlled the room. Later, I asked him how he did that. He said, "I've trained myself. I don't respond when my blood is hot. I respond when my mind is cool." That's not weakness. That's real power. That's patience in action. Step 2. The shadow rule. Watch your urges without moving. This step is spiritual, scientific, and deeply transformative. It's called the shadow rule. Here's the idea. When impatience rises inside you, don't act. Just watch it. Observe it like a shadow on the wall. This is the exact opposite of what most people do. When they feel something, they move immediately. They speak, quit, eat, scroll, argue, buy, or escape. But what if, for once, you just watched? Your impatience is not a command. It's just a signal. You don't have to obey it. You can become an observer of your emotions, instead of being controlled by them. This is called meta-awareness. The ability to step outside your feeling and see it like a cloud passing by. Let me give you a powerful analogy. Imagine you're sitting by a road, and cars are passing by. Each car is a thought, an urge, an emotion. Some are loud, some are fast, some are scary. Most people chase every car. They run behind the anger, the craving, the fear, the desire. But the master just sits. He watches them pass. And in doing so, he becomes free. That's the shadow rule. The next time you feel impatience rise inside you, say this to yourself: this is a shadow. It's not real. It will pass. And just observe. You'll feel the emotion build, peak, and then slowly fade. No reaction, no drama, no damage. This is what ancient monks practiced for years. This is what makes a mind still. This is what turns chaos into clarity. And slowly, your brain rewires. It learns. I don't have to react to survive. I can observe and respond later. That's the difference between an emotional child and a powerful adult. There's a story about a Japanese Zen master whose student asked, "Master, how do you stay so calm when people insult you?" The master replied, "If someone offers you a gift and you don't accept it, who does the gift belong to?" The student said, "It belongs to the giver." The master smiled. "Then if someone gives me anger and I don't accept it, who does it belong to?" This is the highest level of patience, not reacting, not internalizing, just watching. That's the shadow rule. Most people suffer not because they feel, but because they react without watching. This step trains you to become your own protector, your own guardian, your own master. And once you master this, people can't control you. Life can't rush you. Emotions can't shake you. Because you are now the one watching the storm, not the one drowning in it. Step 3. The 90-second emotion rule. Master your reactions before they control you. There's a deeply misunderstood truth about emotions. Most people believe, if I feel angry, I must show it. If I feel sad, I must collapse. If I feel rejected, I must react. If I feel impatient, I must quit. But this is the trap. Because your emotions are real, but they are not permanent. And more importantly, they are not orders you must follow. Here is the powerful science. Every emotional reaction lasts only 90 seconds, unless you feed it. This is not philosophy. This is neuroscience, proven by Dr. Jill Bolte Taylor, a brain scientist. She explains that when you feel an emotional trigger, the chemicals released into your body take only 90 seconds to pass through your system. After that, if you're still angry or sad or frustrated, it's because you're choosing to stay in the story. You're feeding it with thoughts. You're replaying it in your mind. You're building a narrative. But the original emotional wave? It's gone. Every time you feel angry at someone's words, impatient waiting for something, jealous of someone's success, hurt by rejection, stressed about your progress, all you need to do is this. Wait for 90 seconds. Don't speak, don't type, don't quit, don't decide. Just feel and breathe. Set a timer if you must. Sit with the feeling like a quiet observer, and you'll see something magical happen. The emotion loses its power. It passes, and you are left with clarity, calm, stillness. And now, you're free to choose how to respond. A world-famous Olympic coach once trained his athletes using this exact rule. He said, "When you lose a race, you get 90 seconds to scream, cry, punch a wall in your mind. After that, you breathe, you reset, you walk back out like a champion." One of his athletes went on to win gold, not because he was the fastest, but because he was the calmest under pressure. That is what patience gives you. Not slowness, but emotional power in high-stress moments. You don't explode, you don't break, you don't run, you wait, you observe, you master yourself, and in doing so, you become untouchable. Most people don't destroy their lives with one big mistake. They destroy it in 90 seconds of emotional chaos, followed by a lifetime of regret. One fight ruins a marriage. One insult ruins a friendship. One panic decision ruins a career. One impatient act ruins a dream. The cost of impatience is heavy, but the power of waiting 90 seconds? It can change your entire future. That is not an exaggeration. That is fact. So the next time the wave comes, stand still, let it rise, let it fall, and when it passes, walk forward with peace and precision. Step 4. Time layering. Think like the most patient people on Earth. This next step will rewire how you think about time, goals, and the pace of your life. Because one of the biggest reasons people fail to be patient is this. They zoom in too much. They obsess over the small frame. Why haven't I succeeded yet? Why haven't they texted me back today? Why haven't I lost weight this week? Why isn't my YouTube channel growing this month? You're looking at the microscopic timeline and ignoring the master timeline. And when you zoom in too much, you panic. You quit early. You make desperate choices. You doubt yourself. The solution is called time layering. It means viewing your life in multiple time frames at once. 1 day, 1 month, 1 year, 10 years, 25 years. You train your brain to ask, what matters now? What matters in 1 year? What matters in 10? This gives you depth, clarity, and most of all, patience. Because now, when something small goes wrong, you don't lose control. You don't throw away the whole plan just because today was difficult. You say, in the 10-year frame, this problem is nothing. In the 1-year frame, this moment is a lesson. In the 1-day frame, this is training. That's how masters think. They don't live only in the now. They move through time with awareness. Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, once said, "If we have a good quarter, it's because we started preparing 3 years ago, not last month." He doesn't run Amazon for the next 3 months. He runs it for the next 30 years. That is time layering. When the market crashes, he doesn't panic. Why? Because he's not thinking about the next quarter. He's thinking about the next decade. The same is true for Warren Buffett. When a stock drops in price, people panic. Buffett doesn't even blink because he didn't buy it for 3 days. He bought it for 30 years. That's patience in pure form. Let's say you're trying to build something, learn English, get fit, start a business, fix your confidence, change your mindset. Every day will feel slow. Some days will feel pointless. Some weeks will feel like you're going backward. But if you layer your time, you'll say, today is about practice. This month is about discipline. This year is about identity. This decade is about greatness. And just like that, your stress drops, your vision expands, and your patience grows. Because now you're not measuring progress with a stopwatch. You're measuring with a compass. You're not chasing speed. You're choosing direction. And when you do that, you win. If you want to build something great, you must give it great time. A tree that grows fast is weak, but a tree that grows slow becomes unbreakable. So layer your time. Zoom out. Play the long game. And understand, I don't need to be fast. I need to be forever. Step 5. Atomic patience. Build patience through micro habits. Let's be honest. You can't become patient just by reading a quote. You can't wake up tomorrow and say, "From now on, I'll be calm forever." That's not how change works. You don't become patient by trying harder. You become patient by designing a life that trains you to wait every single day. This is what I call atomic patience. Let me explain. It's the idea that patience is not one big heroic decision. It's built through small, repeated daily actions, just like compound interest. If you're familiar with the book Atomic Habits, you know this principle. Small habits, repeated daily, become identity. Identity becomes automatic behavior. Automatic behavior becomes who you are. So if you want to become a person of patience, you need to build small habits that train your nervous system to be okay with waiting, resisting, delaying, slowing down, and staying focused. They wait for a big test of patience, a breakup, a career failure, a financial loss, a delay in success. But that's like showing up to run a marathon without ever training. You don't become patient in the hard moments. You build patience before the hard moments, so when they come, you are already trained. Here are 5 tiny but powerful habits you can start today. Drink water slowly. Sounds silly, right? It's not. We live in a world of rushing. Rushing to finish meals, rushing to get answers, rushing to feel full. When you slow down one action, you slow down your mind. Every time you drink water, slow down the motion. Feel the water, breathe, focus. This tells your nervous system, we are not in a hurry. We are in control. Do this 5 to 6 times a day. It rewires your baseline state. Stand in line without checking your phone. Patience begins where boredom lives. Most people cannot even stand in line for 30 seconds without needing stimulation. Next time you're at the grocery store, post office, bank, or elevator, do nothing. Just stand, breathe, observe. Let your mind resist the urge to distract. Every time you resist checking, you are strengthening the muscle of patience. Eat one meal in silence. No phone, no music, no videos, just the food. This feels uncomfortable at first, because we're used to distraction, but it builds focus, presence, stillness. And stillness is where patience is born. Let others finish their sentence, fully. In conversations, don't interrupt. Don't finish their thoughts. Don't prepare your reply. Just listen, fully. This builds conversational patience, the ability to wait, absorb, respond calmly. This is a power move in business, relationships, and leadership. Do one task without switching. Pick a task: email, reading, writing, cleaning. Do it without switching apps, checking your phone, or jumping tabs. This builds deep attention stamina, which is the core of patience. All these habits do one thing: they slow down your reactivity. Every time you delay the reward, pause the urge, stay present. You're teaching your brain. We don't need stimulation. We choose intention. Over time, your baseline becomes calm. Your nervous system becomes still. Your tolerance for discomfort rises. That's atomic patience. Not a big moment of silence, but thousands of small moments that reshape your identity. A high-performance coach once trained elite athletes, Navy SEALs, and CEOs. He never began with big changes. He always began with this rule: make your bed slowly. Eat your breakfast with attention. Walk to the car in silence. That's how you build the mind of a killer. Because even the strongest warrior trains in the small moments. The world is in a hurry. You will win by being calm, focused, and unshakable. That's what atomic patience gives you. Step 6. Remove the triggers. Cut off the root of your impatience. Now let's flip the strategy. You've learned how to build patience through habit. But there's another side. You must also remove the hidden triggers that constantly activate your impatience without you noticing. This is what most people miss. They try to be calm in a storm, but their environment is the storm. You cannot build patience in a world designed to destroy it unless you take control. A trigger is anything that silently activates your urge to rush, react, compare, or escape. It could be a notification, a phone buzz, a person who interrupts, a toxic friend, a news headline, a cluttered workspace, a fast-paced song, a crowded feed full of fake success. These seem small, but each one adds tension to your mind. And tension creates impatience. Your brain is not the enemy. Your environment is the enemy. Fix your environment, and your brain becomes peaceful by default. This is not just mindset. This is neuroscience. The more distractions, chaos, and interruptions in your space, the more your brain enters fight or flight mode and loses patience. Audit your phone. Go through every app and ask, does this app create urgency? Does it reward me with dopamine? Does it interrupt my focus? Delete or silence anything that makes your nervous system addicted to now. Turn off all non-essential notifications. Yes, all. You don't need to know the weather every hour. You don't need Instagram pings 24/7. You don't need constant updates from everyone. Your brain was not designed to live in alarm mode. Create zones of stillness in your day. Pick at least 2 blocks of 30 minutes per day where you allow no interruptions. No phone, no noise, no multitasking. This could be morning journaling, deep work, meditation, walking without your phone, reading with full attention. These become anchors of patience in a world of chaos. Clean your physical space. Clutter increases anxiety. A messy desk equals a messy mind. Organize your workspace. Simplify your room. Reduce visual noise. Clean space equals clean brain. And a clean brain waits with peace. Block toxic comparison. If certain social media accounts make you feel like you're behind in life, unfollow them. Mute. Block. Remove. Comparison is a trigger of impatience. You start to think, why am I not there yet? Why is their life better? Why is my progress so slow? And that mindset destroys your peace. Protect your mind like a warrior protects his sword. Remove anything that makes you doubt your path. There was a monk who once said, "When people come to me for peace, I don't give them meditation. I give them a broom." He made them clean their rooms, their desks, their lives. Why? Because when the outside is still, the inside becomes quiet. And when the inside is quiet, patience becomes natural. You are not weak. You are just surrounded by too many triggers. Fix the inputs, calm the system, silence the noise, and your mind will return to its natural rhythm. Calm, focused, unshakable, patient. Step 7. The Japanese way, Kaizen, Shugyo, and the ancient path of slow mastery. This is the step that will change how you live, not just how you wait. Because true patience is not about waiting at all. It's about becoming someone who doesn't rush anything, because they trust everything. In Japan, patience is not taught through speeches. It is lived through systems, rituals, repetition, mastery, identity. And there are 3 deeply powerful principles that shape their culture and can reshape your life forever. Kaizen, Shugyo, Wabi-sabi. Let's dive into them, one by one, in full depth. 1. Kaizen, the power of small, constant improvement. Kaizen means good change, but in practice, it means something more powerful. Slow, continuous improvement, every single day, no matter how small. In Japanese companies like Toyota, Sony, and Panasonic, Kaizen is a way of life. Every day, workers are encouraged to make one system slightly better, remove one inefficiency, improve one tiny detail, and do this again, and again, and again. There is no rush for perfection, no obsession with dramatic results. Just one question. How can we be better than yesterday? This is patience in pure form. The modern world has infected us with all or nothing thinking. We believe, if I can't do 2 hours of gym, it's not worth it. If I can't meditate for 30 minutes, why bother? If I can't speak perfect English now, I'll never be fluent. If my business doesn't explode in 6 months, I'm a failure. If my video doesn't go viral in a week, I'm quitting. This mindset destroys success. Kaizen destroys this mindset. Because Kaizen says, can you do 2 push-ups today? Can you speak 1 English sentence today? Can you post 1 helpful video even if no one watches it? Can you wake up 5 minutes earlier this week? Then do it. And do it again tomorrow. And again the next day. Patience is not slow because you're weak. Patience is slow because you're building something real. Nothing fake survives. Kaizen builds things that last for decades. Ichiro Suzuki, one of the greatest baseball players of all time, followed Kaizen. He didn't hit the longest home runs. He wasn't the flashiest athlete. He didn't chase shortcuts. He just did the same drills every day with perfect repetition and patience. He focused on mastering the basics until the basics made him a legend. The world watched the results. But they didn't see the years of Kaizen. That's the truth about greatness. It's not loud. It's not fast. It's quiet, repeated, boring, beautiful. That's Kaizen. 2. Shugyo, the discipline of the soul. Shugyo is deeper than discipline. It's not about punishment. It's not about grinding yourself into pain. It's about refining your spirit through practice. In ancient Japan, samurais, monks, and martial artists practiced Shugyo. It means intense, conscious, daily discipline for the purpose of spiritual and mental evolution. Every day, they woke up at the same time. They repeated the same movements. They trained the same sword swings. They cleaned the same spaces. They did it without complaint, without distraction, without rush. Because the goal was not to win. The goal was to become still, centered, wise, deep, silent, strong. And in that silence, power was born. Today, people chase instant pleasure. They switch routines every week. They change paths every month. They expect peace without effort. But Shugyo teaches you that the mind only becomes strong through repetition and sacrifice. You must earn your patience. Like a samurai earned his sword, you must commit to repeating your morning practice. Even when bored, speaking English daily, even when no one hears you, training your voice, your mind, your patience, like a monk trains in silence, doing hard things, even when no one claps. This is how the soul evolves, not by doing more, but by doing less, more deeply. There's a dojo in Kyoto where students must sweep the temple floor every morning with handmade brooms, in silence. Why? Not because the floor is dirty, but because the act of sweeping in silence teaches the mind to stop rushing, to focus, to feel, to breathe. One student said, "At first I hated it, but after weeks of sweeping I realized I wasn't cleaning the floor, I was cleaning my thoughts." That is Shugyo. 3. Wabi-sabi, finding beauty in imperfection and unfinished work. The final piece of the Japanese patience system is wabi-sabi. This concept means there is beauty in the slow, the simple, the imperfect, the unfinished. In Western culture, we are told, finish fast, be perfect, show results, make it viral. But wabi-sabi says, beauty is in process, art is in waiting, peace is in slowness, meaning is in imperfection. This mindset removes the pressure to be perfect and gives you the freedom to be patient with your path. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need to be perfect today. You don't need to impress the world. You don't need to fix every flaw. Wabi Sabi teaches you to love your current chapter. Find peace in what's not yet finished. Accept the slowness of becoming. Celebrate the journey, not just the end. Because here's the truth. Your life is not a race. It's a slow sculpture, carved through patience, imperfection, and grace. In Japan, when a bowl breaks, they don't throw it away. They repair it using golden glue, a method called kintsugi. They fill the cracks with gold, making the broken part the most beautiful. Why? Because the bowl's scars are part of its story. It is not less valuable. It is more. This is what Wabi Sabi gives you. The patience to see your flaws, your failures, your unfinished goals. And say, this is still beautiful. I am still becoming. The West says, hurry up. The East says, slow down. The world says, be loud. The wise say, be still. Your ego says, you're behind. Your soul says, you're exactly where you need to be. So now you have a choice. You can go back to rushing, back to chasing, back to comparing, back to quitting too soon. Or you can begin the path of the patient, the path of mastery, the path of stillness, the path of Kaizen. Shugyo, Wabi Sabi, the path that leads to greatness that lasts. Because the world is not rewarding the fastest anymore. It's rewarding those who can wait, grow, and rise. Slowly, silently, and unshakably. Stop forcing, stop rushing, start flowing, start trusting, start building your patient, powerful life. One step, one breath, one moment at a time. And now, maybe for the first time in a long time, you understand something the world forgot. That patience is not a pause. It is not weakness. It is not waiting quietly in the corner while life passes by. Patience is power in disguise. It is the art of knowing when to act and when to wait. It is the strength to trust your path, even when there is no applause. It is the mindset that says, I will not rush. I will not beg. I will not panic. I will become. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are in process. You are building something that requires time, silence, and deep roots. Because nothing great ever came from speed. The tallest trees grow slowly. The deepest minds think quietly. The most peaceful lives are built patiently. And the strongest souls are forged slowly, in silence, in stillness, in struggle. So I say this to you. Be the one who waits. Be the one who builds in silence. Be the one who grows slowly, but never stops. Because the world will forget the loud ones, but it will remember the ones who lasted. If this video touched something inside you, if it reminded you who you are, or who you want to become, then don't let this be the end. Let it be the beginning. Subscribe to this channel, because here, we are building something different. Not noise, not shortcuts, but truth. Discipline, mastery, English, power. Together, we are building a movement of patience, purpose, and strength. So if you're ready to build your mind, your life, and your future, brick by brick, click subscribe, and remember, the world rushes, but you are mastering the art of patience. I'll see you in the next video. Stay strong, stay focused, and never stop becoming.